All right. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the Tuesday. Is today Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday, April 7th. Welcome into the training. Hope everyone's having a good week so far. Let's see who we got coming in here. Eli. Hey, Eli. I see you're in here. Good morning. Good afternoon, wherever you are. You can unmute if you want to. If you want to say hello, you can say hello.
Hey, Rob, how you doing?
Hey, good to meet you. What brings you our way?
I saw an ad. I clicked on it probably 2 weeks ago and just kind of been a little too busy to jump on, but made some time today to see what this is all about, see if something we do.
Oh, sweet. What's your industry? What do you do?
I'm a ghostwriter.
Oh,
Um,
nice. Okay.
yeah. I've been doing that for 12 years. I was the senior ghostwriter for a publicly traded company for a couple of years. Started my own company about 10 years ago, a little over 10 years ago now.
Okay.
I've written over 100 books for people, 106 to be exact. We've published over 1,000 people in the last 10 years.
Oh wow. Damn.
Yeah. So, my whole business up until this point has been word of mouth, man, just referrals. We do good work for people, but that's not consistent. So this year started off a little slower than we wanted to. So, exploring different options.
How do you reach out with that stuff? I'm curious. Like what do you like how do you get your prospects? I know you said a lot of referrals, but with Dubb, when I kind of show everything today, would that be outbound, like social posts? Would it be email lists? Like how would you kind of incorporate that?
Well, somebody saw the ad and sent it to me
Yep.
and tagged me on it.
Okay.
So I just kind of trusted that person, said and signed up.
Good.
But the thing is, just more awareness. Any kind of direct marketing I'm open to. I mean, the thing is, I just got to start actually. The golden age of just living through referrals, I think, might be over.
Yeah.
Just trying to find some more consistent ways to be seen. To have a more consistent pipeline.
Well, you can do the and I'm going to talk about this when I show Dub, but as far as the strategy stuff, I mean, if you split up like typically in real estate, there's an easy split, buyers, sellers. In any
Hmm.
industry, you have different parts of the audience. So obviously with ghostwriting, I would imagine you have different industries or topics that you've worked with over the years. And then obviously the positions of these companies, right? That whatever whoever these folks are, right? Most of them are corporations, right?
Yeah. So we stay in the nonfiction space. So a lot of business books, a lot of memoirs, a lot of people think that their life should be a movie, and some of them they probably should be. The last few years I've really started to work with a lot of high performing individuals. Multimillionaires,
Mhm.
2 billionaires in the last 5 years.
Okay.
So really want to just go after them more than just like the casual person who just wants a book. But somebody who's already created. I mean, I write a lot of books for people that want to get on stages, right? And
Yeah. Yeah.
and they're okay, but they're not very credible. But the people that I find that are super credible, like the
Yeah.
CEOs of large corporations,
Yeah.
those are the people that should be the ones that want to go on stage. You got this one guy, he's had a business for 3 years and he wants to like write a book to get on stage, and we can do that for him to a degree. But
Yeah.
now I'm looking for the people that have the actual resources, because you need more than just the right book. You need the right strategy, you need more resources, in order to, get to the major stages, get to the Joe Rogan podcast and stuff like that. So trying to just
How would it work
find
for
those type of
testimonials,
people.
Eli? For testimonials, right? Like, say you wrote a you're a ghostwriter for like a person like you said. So you're trying to
Yep.
get another person. Do you have any testimonials you can share with those folks, or how does that typically work with that?
Yeah, no, I've got a ton of testimonials,
Okay,
some from some pretty accomplished people as well.
okay, because you can do video testimonials. Something that works really well with Dub is video testimonials, and there's a pretty cool way to get them that I usually show during the training.
Hmm.
But there's a lot of different ways. I just think like as a writer yourself, you know how important the hook is. Hook is
Yeah,
everything. So we
yeah.
talk about that a lot. So I'm gonna dive in and then I'm gonna talk, see who else is here. And then Eli, if you have any questions, pop them in the chat. Ina is here from our team. Hey, Ina, she's gonna be kind of monitoring the chat. So if you have questions as we go along, feel free to ask them.
Absolutely, will do.
Good talking with you. I haven't talked to a ghostwriter in here before, so welcome first time.
All right. Well, thank you,
Cool.
man, and thank you. And you still haven't seen one because I still have my robe on because I'm at home.
Hey,
But
listen, you're a ghost. I don't even know if you're real. You just might not even be real. You're talking to us from the beyond. That's
I,
totally
I
fine.
I'll tell you this, Rob. When you say something I really like, I'm going to give you a sneak peek at how I look in a robe real quick. That's when
Sounds
you
good.
know that like I'm really liking what you're saying.
I appreciate that. That's what I'm here for. Sweet. Okay, cool. Let's see who else we got. I saw Dave Shannon. Looks like you popped in. Dave, if you can hear me all right, if you want to say hello, I saw you popped in. You can unmute yourself. It looks like you get two of you in here. Hey, Dave.
Hey, good morning
Yeah, good
or
to
good
meet
afternoon.
you. Yeah, I'm on the West Coast out here. Where you at?
We are in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Oh, beautiful. Nice. Pretty down there. What brings you our way?
We have an event company and we are operating in both Canada and starting our business here in PV.
Okay.
We primarily provide entertainment for weddings,
Okay.
um, music, photo booth, MC duties, help with ceremony sound and reception activities. And we've been doing that in Edmonton for about 30 odd years. And we are now expanding to destination weddings here in Mexico.
Very cool. That's awesome. Destination Weddings just has a nice ring to it. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about, I would imagine you get a ton of referrals, but what does the outbound typically look like for you? A lot of social posting? Do you have lists? Do you have like groups that you're a part of, or how does that work typically?
You said referrals. Everybody thinks that, but hardly any business comes through referrals.
Really? Why? I figure if someone has a great time, why wouldn't they refer? That just seems kind of weird. I
I
don't
have
get
no
that.
idea.
That's
I've
bizarre.
done, I've probably been involved with 1,500 weddings, and
Huh.
it's always looking for new business. You
Yeah.
know, you have to
Hmm.
remember too, we're in a business where it's you work with a customer once and you never work with them again. I mean,
Yeah.
I've had the same clients, a couple times that have gotten remarried, but it's not like it's a flow and a monthly customer base or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask my partner Maria to unmute her and maybe she can. Oh, she doesn't want to talk. Okay, she's shy.
Oh, got it. Hi, Maria. Can you hear me okay? Okay, cool. So I guess from an outbound perspective, is it a lot of social posting, Dave? Is it like what does it really look like in terms of that?
No, it's we pay for a couple of lead generations. We pay for several lead generation services.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where it mostly comes from. We're just in the middle of revamping our website
Okay.
so it's better optimized. But primarily, yeah, it's leads coming in that we then try to come alive and see if they're interested in what we do.
That's great. Do they fill a form out or something, and then you kind of reach out to them, like you have your contact info, and then you're reaching out.
Yeah, and then the
Okay.
ones that we paid for, we reach out to them and
Okay.
see if there's interest. Yeah, but it's an extremely competitive market, and
Yep.
it's in the days when I could make a phone call,
Yeah.
Bob's your uncle, but now it's like trying to get a hold of people, and then an email shows up for them, and they look all the same as all the others. I can't insert the personality in that used to get me bookings. It's a lot tougher than it used to be.
See, that's where, the feedback we've gotten over the years with Dubb, with what I'm going to show in a second, the animated preview and all that kind of stuff that I'll explain. I think that really lends itself to you showing your personality, especially with video. You being able to send a message that no one else is sending because the way Dub sends this stuff, probably less than 5% of the world sends videos that way. They'll send a link, goes to YouTube or Vimeo, wherever it sends it. So when I kind of break it down, you'll be able to see that. But I think it gives you the opportunity to have some nice hooks. Someone took an action to do something cool. You're reaching out, you're introducing yourself. There's different visual ways to show stuff as well. I'll show a screen recording way that's pretty cool. Where you're at down there, I would imagine there are kind of beautiful views everywhere, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So there's a little function on the mobile app called Picture in Picture that I'm going to show that would be kind of a cool way to kind of say, this is your next destination right here. Imagine if you were saying I do right here. So there's some cool kind of creative stuff you can do. I'll show it when I show the mobile app. But then it's on you, Dave. Personality that you obviously got. Then it's on you. Just do it, but we'll provide the text.
Well, you know, clearly I get the concept that I don't really completely understand, but I get it's something unique, right? And something comes in that's not just another email.
Yeah.
And not that it makes me an expert, but my background is, you know, almost 30 years in broadcasting. So it's something that
Right.
comes natural to me. And
Yeah.
I think I can use it to my advantage and
Yes.
hopefully to your advantage as well.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Look, I think at the end of the day, people like communicating like this in general. Most people. I mean, some people, not so much, but it's really, what's the best thing? I mean, when you're on the phone with someone back in the day, and you couldn't be in person, that was the next best thing. Because, now video is kind of right within that realm. If people aren't picking up their phone, they will watch that video. It's kind of like the concept of like, I just got something. Okay, I'm by myself. I'm going to watch it. So it really has a lot to do with that. I think with the psyche of just online and everything. But cool. Well, Dave, if you have any questions, feel free to pop them in. Maria, if you have any questions, pop them in the chat, and I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go through everything, and this training will be on our Dubb YouTube support channel. They all go there after. So typically, what people will do is they'll come into the training, and if they see something specifically they want, like if they're reaching out a lot on LinkedIn, they're like, "Oh, I want to see that part again." They'll go back to the training later, give it a shot, and we also have an email called feedback at Dubb, where if you want to send us a test. Like you don't want to pretend like we're a client, maybe we filled something out and you just want to try a certain style, feel free to send it over to us. It's feedback at Dubb, and I'll put this into the chat right now. And just do it. A lot of people send it over, so you can do a little test before you send it out. So
Fantastic. Thank you.
yeah, good to
What
meet you,
about
Dave.
yourself? Can we ask you briefly? Not that it's relative to whether we use your service or not,
Yeah, yeah,
clearly, but you
yeah.
sound like you're fairly polished. Are you a former broadcaster yourself?
Not broadcasting, but I've been in the acting SAG union for a long time out here in LA. And, even when I was a kid, I loved making videos and everything. So it was kind of more of a natural fit. But I think even in general, it just takes practice and everything. And I met these guys at Dubb back in 2021. Been in sales and entertainment for a long time and everything. And I just like it. I like working with people as far as if they're maybe a little nervous on camera, kind of got some techniques, some things we can do. Because I think we're living in a time where the personal kind of is the professional in a way now. It's very, very different than years ago. I think there's a lot of latitude in terms of really people expressing themselves. You know what I mean? And be able to say, hey, this is kind of cool. I remember that person. I remember that personality. So I think there's a lot of that. So I think this kind of feeds into that. And it's something I enjoy doing. So yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. And I like to draw. I like to illustrate a ton. I'm a big drawer. I like to draw. Like when I'm get out of here today, I'm going to be drawing all night tonight. So anyway.
Fantastic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So cool. Well, everybody, here we go. Buckle up. Get ready for the greatest ride of your life right here. And I'm kidding. Did I build it up too much? Probably. All right, here we go. Let me share my screen. And if anybody has any questions, Ina's here and she will answer them along the way. All right. Let me share my screen and let's get moving. Okay, here we go. Let me go over to our email here and let's run through what all of this means. Okay, so the whole idea behind Dubb is when you send a Dubb video to someone, it's all about what do they see here. This is an animated video GIF preview. So what it is when you hit record with Dubb, the first 3 seconds are going to repeat as an animated preview, like you see right here. You can change that inside of Dubb with the editing. You can slide it to a different part of the video if you like it visually. But just know when you hit record, the first 3 seconds are going to be what someone's going to see on repeat. Now, in this particular example, I recorded this from the basic website recorder inside of Dubb, and I have the Dubb mobile app on my phone. And there's a little whiteboard feature that I am holding up right there. And it says, "What's your hook?" So, one of the most important things we talk about with everyone that uses Dubb is you've got to figure out your hook first before you record any of these videos. If it's a simple little intro, that's cool. That works. Simple videos work great. But most of the time, it's either a follow up or a prospect or a warm lead. What's the hook? Even if they took an action, that's a hook. They took an action. But why do you think they took that action? So, what we usually do on our side, and we recommend it for everybody if you're not doing it, if you have a Chat GPT, if you have a Grok, if you have a Gemini, if you have a Claude, if you have within Dubb Auto, which is our little AI assistant right here, I would go into the AI and say, look, here's my ICP, my ideal client profile. Here's the reason I'm reaching out to this person or this group. Here's the value I want to convey. Here's the action I want them to take, whether it's booking a time in their calendar or if they already took an action, I want to set up a time and have them book a time with me. Here's everything about the industry. Like give the AI a good education on why you're reaching out, who these folks are. Then you want to ask the AI, say, look, can you please give me a list of 20 to 30, 3 to 5 word hooks that I can use so someone's going to want to click on my video. So when the AI gives you that list of 3 to 5 word hooks, go through it, give it a human pass, see what you like, don't like, give it back to the AI. Say, look, I want to make it a little punchier, a little funnier, a little wittier, whatever it is, a little more FOMO to it. So just make the adjustments. But when you have the hooks that you like, the reason we say 3 to 5 words is because 3 to 5 words usually fits nice and snug, typically on that little whiteboard feature right there. And it's pretty good for a subject line in terms of before it gets cut off and it's too long. So you would have the same hook or a similar hook in the subject line up here and down here. Now, when you send in general, notice the word video is up here. It's really important. It is very rare that you see that in subject lines and emails. In fact, if you go through your email inbox right now, I mean, maybe it's from us that you got it. It's rare that you see video. So definitely put video first, put your hook there. And in this particular example, with the webcam and holding up the whiteboard, that's where your hook would be right there. And because it's animated, you just want to have a little bit of movement to it. A little something like this goes a long way. So probably less than 5% of people send videos like this. So over the years, we've gotten good feedback that it stands out because it's different. So now there's another way to record here. So if you are on your webcam that I just showed you, you also can do a virtual background behind you. So if you feel confident that that virtual background is enough of a hook and enough of to give you enough reason for someone to click, right? Then do it. Go ahead and do it. It gives enough context. You could do someone's profile, you could do a property in real estate, you could do a location, you could do an action, someone filled out a form, you could do a website, you can do an article you want to share, and then just a little point and a little wave, goes a long way. Now you also can do a combination of both of those things. You can put a visual behind you and you can use the hook at the same time. And again, folks in real estate like doing it because you can have a property and you can have the description. But like we were talking about destination weddings at the top, you could have a beautiful landscape behind and you could have the hook right in front. Say 20 weddings were done at this place last year or something like that. Something related to that you could do. Now, you could also do that with the ghostwriting we talked about at the top. You could have a novel behind there and be like, and have a little ghost emoji and say, look, this is the next writing for you. A lot of creative stuff, but right from your webcam, virtual background, holding up the hook. These are things that have worked very directly over the years. Now, you also can do screen recordings. So if you want to take anything within your browser, this is called the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder that did this. You'll notice there's a little Dubb button right up here in the browser. If you Google Dubb Chrome extension, it's a 3-step process to pin it up here at the top. It's just a screen recorder, browser based. So anything within here you want to be on top of, visually pointing something out, this is a really nice way to do it. So you'll notice here, I still have my hook though, inside that bubble. We know it's a market update because you can clearly see that right here, but I'm holding up the messaging again. There's been a big change in the market. So that's something you really, really want to think about, that additional messaging inside of here. So screen recordings are great. For anything visually you want to walk someone through something, this works awesome. Now there's also another screen recorder that you can use. This one is the Dubb desktop app. The desktop app is like a little drone that flies over the top of everything. So the Chrome extension was browser based. The desktop app can go on top of the browser, a video, Canvas slide deck, document, whatever you want. And also the desktop app can crop in closer on some things. Notice I'm zoomed in a little closer. It also does some other cool stuff as well. So when I show the desktop and Chrome back to back as screen recorders, you're going to be able to see the differences and similarities. But big difference is one's browser based, Chrome, the other one desktop app is not. It can go on top of anything. Now, the last way to record is the mobile app. So the mobile app can do a lot of the stuff we just saw. Just like the webcam, I can take screenshots of my phone, put a virtual background behind me, do a little text. I can throw a video behind me too if I wanted to in the mobile app, which is pretty cool. Have a video just running in the background and you're in the front. You also can just do text if you want to. That looks just like this. If you want to send someone a simple video, hey, thanks for filling out the form, John, or hey, I want to introduce myself, or hey, I want to have that hook that we talked about. Put it above your head, below, do a little wave. It goes a long way. We also have the picture-in-picture function. This is what I was mentioning at the top, especially for the wedding destination stuff or anything in real estate. Picture-in-picture is cool because it uses both cameras on the phone, so to show it's in front of you and you will be on the screen at the same time talking about it. So you can say, hey, this is a great spot right here. You're super excited. Get all those beautiful destination views, whatever you want to show. That's real estate and what we're talking about, the top destination weddings. But if you're not in either one of those industries, you can sit in front of your computer, pull up a website, pull up someone's profile, pull up a doc, pull up a video, all the stuff we talked about, hit record, and just lean into your computer. And you're visually making something that's cool where you're coming in showing something and you're on the camera as well. If you're doing any kind of local prospecting outside of a business, this is great to do that. Show the business, make a video, send it, go in and talk to the person that is your contact in there. If you're with a client, you're physically with a client, you want to do a quick little video testimonial chat, just hit it up on a selfie stick or hold it, interview them. You're in the top left, they're in the middle, and you can have a nice little back and forth. If you're going to like a big event or a conference, why not record the crowd, narrate what's going on, do a social post, send it out as a like a newsletter, like a video newsletter. So lots of cool choices on picture in picture on the mobile app. Now, regardless of the style that you've chosen, when someone gets this thing and they see the animated preview and they click on it, it's going to take them to a customized landing page, which is called a preset in Dubb terms. So when they land here, it's really about their experience. They're going to see your logo. They're going to see the initial video you recorded right here. They're going to see a playlist of videos. They're going to play directly after this video has been created. Because remember, these initial videos should focus on that hook. I wouldn't go longer than a minute. 30 or 40 seconds is probably the sweet spot. Get right into the hook. These videos over here will provide additional education, and you can record your pitch video, minute and a half, record it once, and it will always play right after this video seamlessly. It'll run right into the next one. So you can really focus on the person in the group in the hook, and your pitch video will always play after about why someone should go with you, and that will always play. Now, if you have video testimonials, this is a really good spot to have them because it kind of completes the loop. If you don't have video testimonials or you do and you want to get more, I'll show you a little strategy in a second that a lot of Dubb people have used over the years to get video testimonials. Now, below the videos here are your buttons. These are your call to action buttons, your CTAs. What would you like someone to do after they have consumed the content? Do you want them to book a time in your calendar? Would you like them to reply with a video? Would you like them to email you back? Do you want them to download a document, a listing agreement, a guide, a contract? Do you want them to fill out a form? Do you want to link to an external form? Do you want them to check out your reviews? Do you want them to check out a case study? So there's a number of choices you can have down here. If you have multiple buttons, just put them in order of importance from left to right. And when you make these initial videos, at the end, always have a strong call to action about what you want them to do and always physically point down, hey, thanks for watching this video. Just click the book a time with Rob button. Look forward to talking to you soon. Now, if you want to get video testimonials, that reply with video button right down there is really good for it. So what you can do is record a video asking for a video testimonial and then have reply with video below that button. So I could say, hey, this is Rob. Listen, thanks so much for using Dubb. We appreciate your business. Would love to get a video testimonial from you. All you need to do, it's not complicated. You don't have to download anything. Just click that reply with video button below and let me know what have you enjoyed about the platform. They send the video back to you and then you get a little notification. Hey, you got a video reply. Make it part of the playlist. And this is what you want. And this is what has worked for folks over the years. This little loop right here. Now, what we've added in the past year and a half is this AI assistant over here to the right. It's called SIA, your Sales Interactive Assistant. And what you can do is when people land on the landing page, well, maybe they're thinking about taking the next step, but maybe they're not. Maybe they have questions in real time. So over here to the right, you can have your FAQs. You can ask the individual questions of the AI at the bottom if you want to. And when the AI gives the answer, it's going to want to push for your desired outcome. So it wants to keep the momentum going. It's going to give the answer and say, hey, are you ready to book a time? Now, this AI is educated inside the Dubb platform with individual website pages that you can give it. It will physically learn what's in text on those pages. And you also can upload a PDF as well. So one or the other or both, and it will become educated on what you want it to know about. Now, these preset landing pages right here, you should have different preset landing pages for different parts of your audience. So easiest split in the world, real estate buyers, sellers, FSBOs, expireds, all those different landing pages for those folks. Insurance, mortgage, coaching, consulting, recruiting, finance, hey, ghostwriting in this case. So any of those different areas, if there's any kind of split in your audience, why not have a preset landing page that is set up and has playlist videos that speaks directly to those folks? That does make a difference. Now, when you go from a trial, from a free trial on Dubb to a paid plan, whether it's Pro or Pro Plus, we do an optimization setup where the team will meet you in Zoom and help you set up the pages, the buttons, everything that you need. Now, all of this is tracked as well. So, did someone open the email? Did they watch the video? If they did, what's the watch percentage? Did they click on any of the buttons? Did they interact with the AI? Did they just view the page? All of this will give you the proper information to follow up in a really intelligent way. Now, as far as the actual recording goes, okay, how would we do this? How would we record something like this with the webcam? So inside of Dubb, we go right to the top, create video, big red button. So select this right in here, and it's going to open up your camera. Now, to get the whiteboard, all you have to do is get the Dubb mobile app on your phone. So Dubb. And when you have it, this is what it's going to look like. Here's the mobile app right here. And there is a little button right at the top, a little square button with a person right there. So when you select that, now you're able to, whoops, hold on. Error message. Here we go. Boom. There we go. Then you're able to type. So it says add text right there. Then you can just type your hook, type it, turn it. That's all you got to do. Just like that. And then if you want to add the virtual background behind, just go below, select virtual background. We have a bunch of stock stuff, but I would go to your photos, and this is where you're going to upload in here all the stuff we talked about before. So you have a library of screenshots that you can choose from. Pick the one that you want, and there you go, right behind you. And then you can bring the hook in at the same time. Now, just make sure you have good lighting, whether it's a ring light or natural light or a combination of both. If you do talk with your hands a lot, I would keep them within your shoulders. I would go dinosaur T-Rex arms. Don't go out into here, into the soup. I would stay right in here. Now, every recording option with Dubb has a teleprompter option. So if you want to use a teleprompter, all you have to do is have a script saved inside Dubb first. Go right up here above your head, click right here. You can either go create new script right here that'll take you inside the platform, choose from a list of scripts that are already in Dubb, or you can search for the script by name like this. So find it right here. There we go. And it pops down. Now, from a physical perspective, I would be about arm's length away. Let the words flow up into your eye line. Give it a little practice read so the words don't surprise you. Once you do this and you become used to it, it's such a convenient way to record these videos. You say exactly what you want, and the words are right in front of you. Now, you can control the speed right here, up or down. You can hit the play button, see if you like it. You can back the text off, or you can zoom it in. Now, you also can click the pencil icon, make any changes that you want, and click save. Now to record, this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to bring my hook in right here. I'm going to click the record button right in the middle. I get a nice 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button, stop the video, take a break, click it again to resume. If I want to delete, it's the red X. Say, hey, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. And if you want to save this into Dubb, it's the blue check mark. That will save it into the platform. And if you want to close the teleprompter, just tap this right here and it closes. So this is one of the most straightforward ways you can record a video right from your webcam. So I'm going to hit the check mark right now, and it's going to save the video into Dubb. And once it saves it in here, we're going to land on the video edit page inside of the platform. So any video that you save in here, this is where you're going to end up. Now, when you're on the video edit page, this is where you can do some stuff. Here, let me grab a different video here just because that's still transcoding. Let's just let's see, I'm going to grab a different video. Let me grab one of these. I should grab the shark video. Let's do this one. Okay, so when you save a video into Dubb, you land on the video edit page. You can change the title right up here at the top, little pencil icon, change it up here to whatever you'd like to change it to internally, then just click the check mark. You also can go right over here to the right. There is a little preview button, that little square button with the arrow all the way to the right. If you click that there, that's going to open up a new window and you're able to see what your video looks like on a preset landing page. You can preview it, see if it's the way you want it. Now, if you want to change it to a different preset landing page that you've created, there's a little drop down right here. And notice that it says Rob's preset with a green check mark. Basically what that means is I have a default preset landing page. So anytime I create a video, it has to live on something. It's going to live on that preset landing page that you just saw. If I want to change it to a different preset landing page, I can just click on one of the ones you see below there in the list, or I can search for the ones that I've already created. But I can change it with one click. Now you also can download the MP4 version of any video that you save into Dubb. So if you want the MP4 file, you can download it. Every Dubb video also has a QR code. So if you do any kind of physical mail marketing, this is great for this. You could be at events, conferences, if you have a booth, set something up. If you're walking around meeting people, have a video that's pre-recorded. If you do an open house in real estate, fantastic. Hey, thanks for coming to the open house. Click below to check out other properties. So a lot of good uses for the QR code in terms of what you're doing. Now, below here, you have analytics. There's an analytics tab. So we have an AI coach here called Kyra. So if you want immediate feedback on your video, just click generate. It'll give you feedback on delivery analysis, content, and visuals. You also have activity. So you can drill down on, hey, how many people are clicking on the emails? Are they watching the video? What's the percentage? Really helps you follow up in a really good way. Every video you save into Dubb, you can edit. So if you select the editing tab, you can come right down here. You can play the video. You can drag your timeline, like I'm doing down to the bottom left. So if I want to cut something out, I can go right here, click the scissor icon, splits the clip in two. I can drag it or play it to my second cut point, scissors. And notice down in the bottom, I have three pieces. Whatever is highlighted in orange, hit the trash can, and it's gone. And if I want to bring everything back, it's just undo, 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 and you're right back to where you started from. So we recorded a video, we got it on a landing page, and now we just want to send this out. So a simple send with an email. So we're going to open up a compose and then just some basic rules here, best practices. Always want to have the word video, like we mentioned in the beginning, right here at the top. And this is where your hook is going to go that we talked about in the beginning. Little bit of text inside here, and then you're going to drop a video in. So to drop the video in, all you have to do is come right in here inside the Dubb platform. There is a big blue share and send button right there. Select that there, put the email of the person you're sending it to. You can even add a little personalization text at the top if you want to. Click copy for email, and then it's just simply a copy and paste. And it will drop it in just like that, and you're able to send it. So nice and easy. Now, if you want to do screen recording videos, what we showed in the beginning, this one right here, how would you do that? So first, you're going to Google Dubb Chrome extension. That's our browser-based screen recorder. Three-step process to pin it up here in the browser, and then you're going to use it. We're going to use LinkedIn as an example, but this could be anything, any site within your browser that you can be on top of. So there's Ruben's profile. I'm going to click the little Dubb button at the top, and now it puts me right on the page. So right away, we want to think about our webcam. What about the size? We can adjust that right here, like this. I wouldn't go too big because you don't want to cover everything, but I'd probably maybe about this size here. Then you want to think about the shape. What shape do you want to be? I always try to match the aesthetic of the page that I'm on. So Ruben's in a circle, I'm going to stay in a circle. And then you want to think about the placement. Where's a good spot for this thing? Well, I'm going to go right up next to his bubble. I can even knock on his bubble if I wanted to. So think about the placement as well. You also can zoom yourself in. If you want a tighter frame, back yourself up. You can physically move around in here like this. You can jump to full screen. You want to make a point about something, jump back to the page. You can turn your camera off right over here. You can do an audio walkthrough of something if you wanted to. You can also use your headshot if you want to use your headshot. And if you are live, you can do a virtual background behind as well. So just click the virtual background button right down there, put a virtual background behind you. We have an annotation tool right here to the left that we can use. We have a teleprompter again, right over here. This teleprompter is a little bit different than the one that you saw before because this one you can physically move around the page and you can also manipulate the sides as well. Same thing with the speed though. You can adjust the speed up or down, back the text off or zoom it in. But if you are going to use this with the Chrome extension, just a little piece of advice here on how to use it. I would not go full screen on your browser if you're going to use the teleprompter tab. If you go full screen in your browser, it's going to hide it. You won't be able to physically get to it or see it. So leave a little bit of a gap up here. So when you hit record, you can physically tap this to bring it forward and it's able to be used. Lastly, you have three orientations to record with the Chrome. You have camera, which opens up like a webcam. You have tab, which means if I hit record now, it's just going to be a nice clean cut of the page that I'm on. So it won't show any of the tab mess I have at the top. And if I go screen, it's going to get my entire computer screen. So camera, tab, or screen. I'm going to go tab in this example. I'm also going to bring in my hook that we talked about. Whoa, my hook's gone. All right, where'd it go? There it is. Oops. There we go. All right, there's my hook. It's upside down. Now it's right side up. So I'm going to bring this in here as well, and I'm going to hit record to the right, start recording. I'm going to choose my tab. There it is. Click share, and here we go. Hey, Ruben, this is Rob. I wanted to send you this quick video here because I saw you wrote a book. Very cool. I'm gonna have to read it. So I brought in my hook, right? I did my 3 second thing, and then I jumped to full screen. Jumping to full screen is a great way to make a point, really speak directly to someone and go back to the page. So it's pretty cool to do that. All I did to do that was just hover my mouse over my webcam right here, double click it, double click the page to go back. You also can pause the recording right down at the bottom. You can hit the little pause button right down here, click it again to resume. If you want to use the annotations right over here to the left, you can use the annotation tool. You can do text on screen, you can do arrows, you can underline, you can draw, you can circle things. You can get very creative in terms of what you want to show. So if you're reaching out on LinkedIn, if you're doing anything within your browser where you physically want to be on top of something, explaining something, this is a really great way to do it. I'm going to hit the check mark again below, and this is going to save this into the Dubb platform. And we're going to end up right on the video edit page where we were before. Now, if I want to share this video that I just created with Ruben on LinkedIn, how would I share it? Well, you want to come over here and you want to connect with the person first. So I want to be a first connection with Ruben. Once I'm first connected with him, then I'm going to click the message button. Now, we have with LinkedIn an integration. So when we do click the message button down here, you're going to notice a little Dubb button that is going to appear at the bottom, right down there. That little Dubb button is a shortcut. So when you select it there, it's going to open up the Chrome extension that we just used. You're going to find the video that you want. There it is right there. Click insert, and then you can just highlight the text, change it to whatever you'd like to, and then click send. And then Ruben will get that nice animated preview in his inbox as opposed to just some text-based messages. The last screen recorder that we're going to look at now is the Dubb desktop app. So all you have to do is Google Dubb desktop app, download it from Mac or PC. When you do, you're going to see this little D symbol up here at the top of the bottom. You'll see your functions right here. You can also click View Quick Menu, and it will pop up separately like this. Now, again, the big difference, Chrome that we just looked at, browser-based. Desktop app, not browser-based. Can be on top of anything. So we're going to click Record Screen, and now I'm going to show you the differences and similarities between Chrome and desktop. So the webcam does all the same stuff, same thing. The annotation tool does all the same annotations. The teleprompter is the same in terms of you can move it around the screen, but here's where it's different. So when you click in here to get a script, you're going to notice right here a little button that says Auto Track. Auto Track is voice recognition. So if I want to read this script and have it go at my pace, that's exactly what it's going to do. Whether I go fast, slow, it's going to do whatever I do. Now, if I would prefer to have the scroll speed, like we talked about, like I showed earlier, just click that button, turns it off, and now you can control the scroll speed. So it's either auto scroll or it's auto track. You have that choice. And then in terms of borders of what are recording down here, you notice there's a red slash down here. If I was going to hit the record button right now and the red slash was on, I get my entire computer screen. If I get rid of the red slash just by clicking on it, now I have a drop down of choices. The first one here is custom. So whatever is inside the blue lines here will be part of the recording. And I can crop around anything I want to crop around. This is one of my favorite ones to use because you can get very specific in terms of what you want to show. You also can do portrait for social media right from your desktop. Just throw it on top of whatever you want. It's in the proper format, and you can do it just like this. You also can do landscape, the proper format for YouTube. Now, when I hit record here, here's another big difference. Here we go. I am recording. I can pause and resume this recording just like the other options. But the major difference here is this check mark right here. So normally, like you just saw, when I click the check mark, saves it into the Dubb, right? Not the case here with the desktop app. When you select the check mark here, it's going to open up a preview window, and there is the clip that I have just recorded. So the desktop app is a clip recorder. So the cool thing about clip recording is you can drag and drop videos from your computer and drop them in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to record a few clips, merge them into one video, and then we're going to save it into Dubb. Now there are three creative icons to the bottom left to continue recording. There is record screen, there is webcam, and there is narrator. We're going to click record screen video all the way to the bottom left because we want to keep going now. We recorded a clip. How do we keep going? I'm going to select that. And this is going to be the same style that I recorded the first clip. It's a screen recording clip. So I'm going to hit record, and I could have switched out the background. I could have switched it to a different doc background, video, whatever I wanted to be on top of. Hit the check mark. And there is my second clip that I've recorded in the same styles. Now I can physically move these around. I can take this left or right, put it in any order that I want to. It doesn't have to be chronological. I also can tap the three-dot menu and download or delete each individual clip. I also can choose to do a webcam video. So at the bottom left, if I click webcam, it's going to open up like a webcam. And I can record, I could say in the beginning, hey, welcome to this video. I could say, thanks for watching this video. I could say, look, I really want to talk to you about this one point that is really, really important. But the whole point is it visually looks different than the other ones. And the last option you have down at the bottom left is what's called Dubb Narrator. Dubb Narrator gives you the ability to take a pre-recorded video that you've created and put it inside of a bubble and put it on top of anything that you want to. So I could sit here in front of my webcam, record a video, with a teleprompter, save it into Dubb. Then I'm going to click the narrator button right here. It's going to take me inside of Dubb to my video library. There's the video I created. And now I'm just going to put the pre-recorded version of me on top of whatever I want to put it on top of. I'm going to hit record, and then the pre-recorded version of me is pretty much going to do all the work. I'm going to scroll around. I'm going to, annotate whatever I want to do. And that's what's going to happen. Hit the check mark. Now, when you're ready to combine all of these clips together into that one video, you have two options. Down to the bottom right, there's an upload button. If you select the upload button, it's going to merge everything together and it's going to save it into Dubb. If you select the edit button, it's going to merge everything together, but it's going to give you the option to edit the video right here before you save it into the platform. This editing option is just like the one I showed you earlier inside of Dubb. Same thing. And then you can download the MP4 and you can upload this into the platform. Now, the last kind of recording that we're going to look at is going to be the Dubb mobile app. Now, the mobile app is very similar to the desktop app because it's also a clip recorder. Yeah, but mobile's different because you carry around and you move around with it. So let me show you the different options here. So let me share my screen. You're going to get the Dubb mobile app, Dubbapp. And when you do have it, here's how you would record a video. I'm going to tap the blue camera button at the bottom. That's going to open up my camera. Now, when you're first using the app, it's going to be defaulted for 1 minute of recording time. I always slide mine over to 10. It will stay sticky. You can't go beyond 10 minutes. Every time you open the app, it'll do that so you don't get cut off. But you can change it to other times down here if you want to. I'm going to tap the circle at the bottom, and now I am recording. You can see timer here and timer here. I can pause and resume this recording right here. And to end the recording, just tap the circle. And there's the clip that I have just recorded. And this clip has been automatically downloaded to my phone. So I have it in my photo video area if I do need it. I'm going to hit record one more time. Here we go. Again, timer, tap the clip again. There's the second one. And I can move these in any order that I want to. I can take my finger, slide one, move them. Again, you don't have to go chronologically. And if I tap a clip individually, I can trim, I can edit. And if I select the edit button, this is where I can do some stuff. I can select the music icon to the right, choose a whole library of music we have in here to choose from. Just make sure you adjust the level so it doesn't overwhelm your voice. You can select the text icon. And what you can do here is you can add in your hook like this. Ready? Put your hook in like we talked about, and then change it to any font, color you want, size, move it around, and you got the hook. If you want to do a voiceover over the clip, you can. Just click the microphone icon, hold down the microphone button at the bottom, and then do your voiceover. You can do it per clip or you can do it at the end. You can speed up the action, the little timer clip. Go all the way up to 10x. You get a crazy clip kind of run around showing a location or something, making it fun. You can do that. You also can tap the little keyboard icon to the bottom right. That will give you burned in subtitles to this clip, or you can burn them all in at the end if you want to do that. Now, what do these buttons do right over here? If you select the eye icon, the tooltip at the top, just click it, It's going to tell you what they do. What is their function? Now, I always have a countdown timer on. So what you can do is select the little button here, do 3 or 10. I always think 3 seconds is kind of the perfect amount of time. Three, two, one, and action. There we go. And if you want to use video stabilization, maybe you're doing a walk and talk and it's kind of herky jerky, just select this button right here, go low, medium, or high, and it'll kind of just smooth it out like a little gimbal. If you want to use a teleprompter, this little button right here. So when you get in here, you're just going to choose your script. Let's go this one here. You can control the script up or down placement. See how it's going above my head or below? The only reason you'd really use this is if your eyes are not staying at the top where they should be with the script, they're wandering down here. Just slide everything up so your script stays up there at the top. You also can go like this. You can turn your phone to the side if you can do landscape, and it will turn it that way. You also have the option for speed right here between 1 and 10, like we talked about before. Hit that play button. See if you like that speed, if it's too fast. If it ever feels like too fast when you're reading, it probably is. If you want to change some of the words, hit the pencil icon right here. Make the changes, save. Now, if you want to use voice recognition, what you can do is go right over here, select the gear icon, select auto track, and then when I hit record, it will be like this. What if your AI sales assistant never left your Slack? Most AI tools make an no, I screwed up on my thing. See, I screwed up. But you can see the highlight right there. So auto track gives you the option for highlighting the words and going at your pace. So it's really just a choice. Do you want auto track or do you want auto scroll? I usually go with auto scroll. I kind of like keeping the speed going, but see which one you like. And then just tap the X to the top right, and that's going to close it. Now, if you recorded a video outside of the Dubb mobile app, but you want to add the clip in here, go to this folder button right here. It will take you to the photo video area on your phone. Select the video that you want and say, hey, do you want to add it as a clip? Yes. And then it will drop right down here. If you want to record your screen, this button. If you want to use filters, it's this button right here. Just slide through, see what kind of color gradations you like, see what you want to do. Right in here, just kind of slide through the wheel. And then if you want to use picture in picture, this is the button right here we showed in the beginning. So select this one here, hit record, and then you can move yourself around like this. You can zoom in, back up like this. It's pretty cool. And then if you want to do virtual background, just select the little icon down at the bottom. Select that there, put the screenshot behind you. You're able to do that. And when you're ready to combine all these clips into one video, just hit that blue button at the top right. It's going to merge everything together. And then you're going to have a finished copy on your phone of that finished video. And you'll also have the ability to upload this into the Dubb platform right here. Because you're going to notice there is a blue upload button right there. I click upload and it saves it into the platform. Now, any video that you have saved, you can share right from the mobile app. Right here. Here's your video library. Just select the video you want. See how it has this big blue share video button right there? Click share. Copy for email. Copy to the clipboard, paste. Copy for SMS. Copies to the clipboard, paste. Or you can select the block icon at the top for email or the paper airplane icon at the top for SMS. Now, if you do have a CRM that you really love, like you have a HubSpot or a Salesforce or a Go High Level, or maybe you have a third-party sender like a MailChimp or a Constant Contact, we have a lot of integrations with a lot of different companies. So you can see this list right here. It's pretty big. So chances are we probably have an integration with them. So if you love your kind of company that you have and you have your workflows in there and you don't want to change anything and you just want to add video, you can do that. Now, if you want to use Dubb as a fully functioning CRM, you can absolutely do that as well. So just click CRM, upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do tasks, deals, tags, notes. You also can do campaigns with Dubb, email and SMS bulk. And you can also do automation, workflows, drip sequences with Pro Plus on Dubb. It's Pro and there's Pro Plus. Pro Plus is all about those automations. Now, lastly, inside the dashboard here, I mentioned auto in the beginning. If you want to do any kind of AI writing within the dashboard here, there is a cool little profile feature all the way to the right. See what it says basic and sales? So imagine I was in real estate for a second, buyers and sellers. So I'm going to click create profile. I'm going to create a profile for my buyers and a profile for my sellers. And I'm basically going to answer these questions that the AI has for me. Click save. And all the different splits we talked about before for the landing pages, whatever industry you're in, create the audience splits right here. So if I want to, as an example, I want to do a video newsletter for my sales folks, I'm going to click the right audience. The AI is going to remember everything about it. And then I can jump in here and say, hey, Auto, write me a newsletter about blah, blah, blah. And then it's going to say, okay, Rob, would you like to save the script into Dubb? Yes. Save it inside Dubb. Then you can load it into a teleprompter and then you can deliver the video. So that's a nice little workflow that a lot of people have used over the years. Now, as far as support, Auto can also answer questions about Dubb, not just strategy questions, questions about Dubb. How do we use the Chrome extension? How do we do bulk sending? It can answer all that. You also can click right down here, this little green bubble. This is our intercom system. If you want to talk to the AI or a human being on the team, you can do that. You also can do a keyword search. You'll get an article and a video typically related as well. You can also call Sophia right over here. This is our AI little coach right here. If you have any technical questions, strategy questions, all the stuff we just talked about, give Sophia a call. She's available 24/7. And if you want more training, right under here under training, there's a little button right here. If you select the second one, this is our Dubb Academy. And we have a lot of videos in here based on title and function, all that good stuff right within here. Now, we also have three things that we typically do. So, and Ina, if we could put these in the chat, we do webinars, two weekly, one bi-weekly. So every Tuesday today, we have founder coaching with Ruben and Darius, the founders of Dubb. And that is part of our Pro Plus plan. So again, we have Pro and Pro Plus. If you're on Pro Plus, they have this meeting every week. They have their own curriculum, their own videos and strategies that they do. There's a little form you can fill out called Open Mic about your business. You get advice in and out of the platform, so it's pretty awesome. So that's every Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. PST. And if you're on Pro and you want to upgrade to Pro Plus, email support or drop a little upgrade word in the chat here today, and we'll give you the best deal to upgrade. And if you want to go from a trial account, folks that are here today, you're on a trial and you want to go to Pro or Pro Plus, email support at dubb.com, say upgrade, or drop that in the chat, and we will give you the best deal we possibly can. If from what you've seen, you want to go and do this. Now, we also have on Wednesdays, we have a real estate focused webinar every Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. PST. And then every other Thursday at 11:30 a.m. PST, we have our Dubb partner meeting. Now, Dubb Partners is pretty cool because we have within the Dubb dashboard a referral program. So right here to the left, if you look at referrals right here, and it says click apply now, this will create a little referral link for you that you can share. We do a 30% recurring commission on anyone that subscribes to Dubb through that link. So we're very supportive of our partners. That doesn't sunset, it doesn't go away. That amount stays the same. As long as we keep getting paid, you're going to still get paid. So if you're already on Dubb, if you're already paying for Dubb, and you know 4 or 5 people, send them in here to the live training. You get 4 or 5 people, you get a free account. And we have partners that do well beyond that just by referring Dubb because they use it, they love it, and they refer it. So we're very supportive. If anybody in here ever has like a Tech Tuesdays or you have a group or you have people that you want to get together and you have a group together, just let me know. I can always come in and pitch for you. So anyway, that is the whole Dubb shebang. So Dave, I'm going to circle back to you and then I'm going to circle back to Eli. Dave, anything on your mind? I know there was a good amount of stuff in there, but I think visually, I mean, picture in picture would work pretty awesome for you guys.
For us, yeah, no, it sounds really interesting. Yeah, it's a lot of information, but it gives us a pretty good idea
Yeah.
as to what is offered and how it could be different and how it could be beneficial to what we do.
Yeah. So just let us know how we can support you. If you want to do like obviously with your background, it's easy for you to do, but if you wanted to send us over a test at feedback or whatever you're thinking, you have a lot of cool visual stuff you guys can do. So yeah.
Yeah, other than that, it's great. My Maria's watching, and we're both interested, and we'll definitely discuss it. We have a question about so the trial. How does the trial work? Is it a certain amount of trial before we jump in, or is it a certain length of time?
Yeah, so what you can do is it's a 7-day free trial, but if you feel like you haven't had time to play with it, just email the team at support and say, hey, listen, can you just extend the trial? And we can send it out
Sure.
another 7 days for you. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds really good.
Yeah. Yeah. We're flexible. So yeah. Cool. Well, good to meet you, Dave. Thanks for you and Maria for coming in. That's cool. You guys jumped
Nice
in.
to meet you. I would go visual with you, but whenever I was in broadcasting, they always told me I had the perfect face for radio.
Oh my God. Hilarious. You know what? I miss radio, believe it or not. I kind of miss radio. I miss going back between FM and AM back in the day.
Yeah. But the world has changed, and I miss what I did. It was fun, but and I'll say this intentionally, it's funner now with the internet.
Yeah, no, I know. There's just so many more options. I used
Of
to like,
course,
I go back, listen to my favorite song. I go to record it with a little cassette. Yep, you heard cassette
of
tape.
course.
And you'd have to wait for the
I
DJ.
know.
Don't talk over the beginning of the song. Don't talk over the beginning of the song. And
I know.
like, anyway, yeah. Fond
But
memories.
the way it's not my first rodeo, but I have
Yeah.
an issue with people that are are our ages ish, you
Mhm.
and I,
Yeah.
that still long for the days of the way it used to be. But I prefer to envelop to maybe that's not the right. I prefer to embrace
Yeah. Yeah.
2026 and all it has to offer.
Yep. Give it a hug.
You
That's
bet.
what you got to do.
Anyway, thank you so very much for your time, Rob.
You're welcome. It was great meeting you, Dave. Bye,
Thank
Maria.
you.
And then Eli, let me pop back over to you. How are you, Eli? What do you think? I know stuff on your mind there, a lot to see in there, but just imagine it in the ghostwriting world instead.
Yeah, it probably works better for another product that I have. I put it up here on the chat there. So
Let's
we
see.
have a book that's 60% written for realtors,
Oh, nice.
right? So
Yeah.
so so for a fraction of what we normally charge,
Yep.
they would just get templates, right? Where they can just fill out their experiences, how they think, but the book's already kind of done and like a lot of it is templated and formatted, so it's a lot cheaper on our end. So they can have their own book on becoming a realtor in their county and kind of build their credibility and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking that this would probably be an easier fit for me doing that.
Yeah.
Not that it can't reach the other people, but we're going to get the LinkedIn Navigator. We're going to use probably that Copilot feature from LinkedIn. So
Yeah.
seeing how this can work with that and being that it works with GHL, go high level. So I think that it's really, I mean, I'm just envisioning, my employee Cat just, going on LinkedIn,
Mhm.
shooting those videos that you just said. I mean,
Yeah.
they're very compelling. You could tell it's not like, a mass, email blast.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
personalized. I think that's awesome. So what are the costs for something like this, and what are the options for multiple users?
Yeah, so you can have so for Pro and Pro Plus, typically Pro is 59 bucks a month, and then we do
Okay.
a 30% discount if you go annual. Pro Plus is 129 a month, 30% if you go annual. Difference between the two is Pro Plus is all about those automations and those drip sequences. So if you don't have a CRM and you want, drips and automations and all that good stuff, extra coaching too, that's what people go to Pro Plus for. If
Mhm.
you use Dubb as just a CRM, but you don't want automations, you just want bulk sends, whatever, cool. If you already have a CRM that does automations, okay. So it's really just a kind of a choice of that. But like I said, send upgrade to the support team or Ina, who's here, we'll follow up with you to give
Yeah.
you the best deal we can. So for coming in here.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
And how about if I need two people to have access to it? Is there kind of a
yeah,
limit?
yeah. No, every Dubb account has an admin. So you can just add your admin, and then she can come into the live training, learn how to send. You can be the creator, and she can be the sender.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very interested in the Pro Plus.
You should do the here, let me show you this. You should do this for your well see hey, see what the AI says, but look, I was just thinking about this. Let me just type this out. Hold on. About your book. You could send them something like this. Oh, it's backwards. It's
Okay.
mirroring it. Anyway, about
Oh, I
your
got
book. About your book is what I typed. You should and LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I have a book. Wait, what book? And then
Yeah.
they
No,
click
there's
on it and
yeah.
say about your future book. So,
Yeah. No, that's great. That's great. That's great. I used BombBomb years ago.
who? I've never heard of them. No, I'm just kidding. Dang. Good.
But I had a different person working for me at the time, and she was just kind of dry and stale, and then she was too scared to get on camera, so she never used it. So
Yeah.
I don't have a good taste in my mouth because of it. I thought it was a little limited. You
Yeah.
guys seem to figure it all out, though.
Yeah, we have a look. Bomb was one of the first players in the space. They
It-
did a good job. They haven't. I don't know how much they've really evolved with it. It could be just be a creative choice. I'm not too sure. We typically have people come over just because, so we have a lot. The team is a really did a really good job, like bringing forth the most current tech that we can, and we try to keep it as personal we can with everybody, like having these daily trainings and just being supportive. So, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, definitely have get in touch with me. What I'm thinking right now is I'm gonna have my Kat and Joshua in the call tomorrow.
Cool.
And by the end of the week, we'll most likely be signed up. I mean, forget the
Love
free
it.
trial. We're just gonna do it. I
Hey,
mean,
jump in. Send us some tests though. We love saying that. So, feedback at Dubb if you want to. It's always
yeah,
cool. And
yeah.
if you want, send me a request on LinkedIn, and then you could just like they could record a video or something. You could do something and send it to me, like pretend I'm a prospect, something like that. You could
Okay.
always, yeah,
All right. I'll do that, Rob.
cool. Good
All
meeting
right.
you, Eli.
Thank you so much, man. Great presentation, brother. You're awesome.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
All right,
And then
brother.
let's see. I saw Amy. I think Amy, you might have popped in before. Hey, Amy, if you can hear me, okay. If you want to say hello, if you saw everything there, Amy, if you want to say hi. If not, you can say hi in the chat. I'm not sure if you wanted to unmute. Let's see. I know Idris is here as well. Hey, Idris, if you can hear me, okay. So I know you two of you were hanging out. Anything on either one of your minds before we hand out? And anything, any questions either one of you have? Anybody? Anybody? Let's see. You see in the chat. Okay. Well, look, if you have any questions, support at dubb.com. Talk to Otto in the dashboard. We have our little chat bot as well, and we'll be back same time, same place tomorrow. Ina, thanks for the support as always, and we'll see you all soon. All
Thanks,
right.
Rob.
You're welcome. Bye, everybody.